New Orleans Saints. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready? Double waiting.
On first down, Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. He's at the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 77 yards, and the Saints have taken the early lead. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Brian will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ryan. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. And even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. From the gun, it's Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, they'll feel like they can't stop him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Ryan looking deep for Julio. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. Throwing on second and long. Breeze.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, Tuesday. Get up.
Throwing again. Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He's got Sanu. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. From the 36, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, 32 yards, and the Falcons will extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Gibbs got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze finds the open target, Arnold. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Here's Breeze to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Breeze now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Toss play, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Breeze going to go on fourth down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They run. Devontae Freeman.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
21. Here we go. Check.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Down to about the 22 here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 39. And Lutz puts this one through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Ryan. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Anzalone coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Sherrills to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. To throw, it's Breeze. And that is caught for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
Well, let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Freeman again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the 1st half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 32.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at about the 32. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Easy, opposite.
Brees now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Another try after the first down sack. Brees. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 24 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
47's the mic. Watch the run.
Brian to throw. Connects with Sanu right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for first and 10. This is Freeman on first and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Brees. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on second and 10. Brees. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Brees to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still